Hello everyone, and today let's talk a little bit about the thing that everyone is talking about around the internet, like and over the news probably, or at least is one of the main talking points right now. It's of course Ukraine counteroffensive and our capabilities and the thing that we already did and what are our successes and what the reasons for that. So let's start a little bit with like the general thing that you probably see a lot of like experts in the field, people talking about different stuff from the start of this war, like different estimations and different estimates. Like they will hold for 3 days, they will hold for 7 days, like just a few weeks, more weeks. Okay, they managed to stop them, but how they will get the territories back. How good is their counteroffensive? What will be like in the stalemate, like defense war, and everything like that. And the pattern that you should see now, and even some experts actually like talking about it, that those estimate doesn't work. And I'm really glad they don't work. And this is the way it should be because everyone underestimated Ukrainian people, and that's actually great because we showed our capabilities more than once in a lot of different ways. We also showed how weak and pathetic Russian army is, how badly trained they are. Of course, they know some things. They are military. They do some things right and proper, but in general, if we talk about like mass forces, logistics, and everything like that, they have a lot of gaps. And Ukraine actually being a post-Soviet country and having the similar military forces, we have the ability to understand those weaknesses better because we although either had them and get rid of those or still have some types of the same issues. So we kind of like understand the ways that you kind of like get around that. Not to say that we have this weird mix of NATO weaponry and old Soviet weaponry, and it's kind of like a really interesting clash, so to say, in a certain extent, in terms of what's actually happening and how actually battles are fought on the battlefield. So all those experts and estimates, they didn't really work, and if you follow them through, you can see that like they were saying about what they do in the counteroffensive, how well it will be, and you can see it like 3,800 kilometers square kilometers of soil of Ukrainian soil just got liberated by a single operation, a single big operation counteroffensive done by Ukraine. And you can see how Russian defenses crumbled, how they just started like talking, oh, it's like something that we planned, like regroup and all the other bullshit. Yeah, that's probably why they left a shit ton of weaponry, tanks, vehicles, and everything for us to use against them. And I think even the on the paper in terms of money, how much it costs, it's more than all the help that we received from the collective West and partners around, which is pretty possible because from what I get in from people that I know and information floating around, there is a lot of stuff like full ammunition warehouses, working tanks, working BMPs, and other types of machinery, like everything. There's a lot. And also, we with our unit operated a lot in that region too. So we kind of know what happened there, what was happening there, how the lines of self-defense worked. And this is really great for Ukraine to show off that we're not only good in defending, we're good in counteroffensive, despite whatever everything sought or predicted. We also showed that we can actually work with all the gear and things that were provided by Collective West and our partners in terms of weaponry, and of course how painful it is for Russian army to get hit with all of those things combined. And if you think about it, it's a really great opportunity and a really great time to do those counteroffensive. You can see that their propaganda is crumbling. They jumping around. They don't know what to do. They didn't expect there. They have some generals dismissed and all this stuff going around, while we only have a great extent of returning our land, and we have a lot more to do and places for strikes. I will not get into the real deep analysis of what actually happened, because it may hurt in a certain extent to expose some of the things that I know, so I'll be really cautious about it. But just think of all those analysis, like intelligence experts in the field doing their estimation and calculations, that a lot of times they don't work, and especially because they don't have, even if they're good in like analyzing and understanding things, they just probably don't have the required amount of information and things to have a bigger picture, understand how this is possible or how it will work. So I'm really glad also about it, because it's like another boom. Everyone is like, oh, Ukrainian doing this great counteroffensive. Oh, it's going great. Oh, it's going even greater than they saw it, that we saw it, and all things around that. So in general, you can see now that those estimates just doesn't work as they would think they would work, though. So you can see how Ukrainian army is good both in defending and counteroffensive, reclaiming the land that was taken from us. So this trend should be working well from now on. We should see more and more of that. Of course, some things may change, some things may be different. You can see how Russia and their army and generals react, and it's not very pleasant for them. Of course, it's a bitter defeat. It's a real great defeat if you think of how much forces, like what a big group of forces they had in Kharkiv region, in that northeast part of Ukraine. So this is pretty much it. If you'll have any questions or things, just leave a comment. I'll try to respond or include it in the future videos. We're also working and we're doing some stuff, so I'll try to post videos as often as possible, but as I mentioned, it'll probably be not very often. So cheers everyone, and thanks for watching.